Hey, good morning, friends. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday morning here. Hope you're all doing well. We're getting ready to go work a 12-hour wedding. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. We're here in Oahu. Here's the view from our place. Now you can't see me, but you can see that. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm just thinking about you guys, and I want to come to you because I got another tool, another trick for you that's going to keep your brain from playing tricks on you of having anxiety. So we're doing 5 simple tools that are going to help you overcome anxiety. The first day, we did the tool of gratitude to kind of interrupt that thought process and focus on the things that are going right. And then yesterday we talked about using the gift of your voice to overcome anxiety. The first way was by having something that you can say that reminds your brain or your ears that it's going to change your thought process. And then also the second thing was by talking about it, talking about what you're going through. Today's tip is going to be, I'm just filling up your toolbox. So some of these tools you're going to use and some of them you're not going to use. So you just need to decide, when you face anxiety, you need to have a moment where you stop and you say, which tool am I going to pull out today? Because for some of you, this tool is going to work a lot, but it's not one that I use a lot. But then today's tool is going to be logic. And this is going to be in 2 ways, and I'll tell you what they are. The first way that you can interrupt anxiety with logic is to stop and think about what you're feeling afraid of. Is it scary? So like for instance, I did use this on the way here because on the way to Hawaii, the flight gets so bumpy. We're in a storm. And the guy comes on and the pilot says, so all the pilots that have gone before us have told us it's going to be really bumpy. And my heart starts beating fast and all that kind of stuff. And then I had to stop and I just went, wait a minute. All the pilots said it was going to be bumpy. That means they all got there even though it was bumpy. I don't know if you guys are like me, but sometimes I do not like bumpy flights. But I just stopped and I went, wait a minute. All of the other pilots are saying that, and I think that's a good indication that it's going to be okay. So that was one instance where logic really helped me to just calm my heart and my body, and I just went, it's going to be okay. They made it. We're going to make it. So like that would be an instance. Or if you're, I've had panic attack one time at the grocery store because I felt like everybody in the produce section was looking at me. Okay, that's totally weird, right? But then I just called my husband. I'm like, hey, I feel like this is happening. And then when I said it out loud, I was like, okay, that's so silly. I started looking around and making, okay, everybody's not looking at me or just being weird, like paranoid or something. But so logic is one way that you can overcome anxiety. Is you just capture that thought, stop and think about it logically and realize like, oh, I'm not in danger. It's going to be okay. All these things I'm worried about, there's a 90% chance they won't happen. The second thing I want you to use logic for is making life choices. For example, don't be drinking caffeine if you have anxiety. Stop drinking caffeine. That's why I always drink decaf. Because when I drink caffeine, my heart starts beating really fast and I feel like I can't breathe. So I hate it when the barista accidentally gives me caffeinated coffee. I'm like, oh no, and I don't realize it till later. But listen, so that's a lifestyle choice, is not having caffeine, and alcohol can also do the same thing to you. It's a good thing to avoid if you have anxiety. And then the other thing is just making choices like, don't go see a movie about an airplane exploding and falling out of the sky 2 days before you're going to go on a flight. It's just not a good idea. Oh, something just bit me, sorry. It's not a good idea. You have to be smart about the choices that you're making. So use logic to think about the problem and realize that you're not in danger, as well as using logic in the lifestyle choices that you make, okay? So that's day 3, 1, 2, 3. We've already talked about 3 ways that you can just stop and capture those thoughts and arrest them and stop the cycle of anxiety from moving on. You're just interrupting that cycle. And then tomorrow we're going to be talking about your body, what to do with your body and how to help your body to overcome those symptoms that it feels when you have anxiety. So I hope this has been helpful. I would love to hear any tips that you guys have for anxiety and what you do to deal with it. Everybody deals with it another way. So that's just another tool in your toolbox. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, love ya. Bye.